Good morning, everyone. Take a deep breath here. I know we have a traffic accident, so some of our commissioners are still coming in, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Shh. There we go. Could I have roll call, please?
Mayor Baxter. Commissioner Flores.
Here.
Commissioner Marino.
Present.
Commissioner Powell.
Here.
Commissioner Sachs. Here. Commissioner Weiss.
Here.
Vice Mayor Woodward.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've asked Commissioner Weiss to lead us in the invocation, and then we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. If you can, please stand.
We ask you, God, to bless this meeting of people who earnestly desire to do their work in the best possible way, to benefit those we serve, and to leave our children a better world. Please give us the wisdom and vision to plan adequately and act correctly to achieve these ends. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Do we have any additions, deletions, or substitutions to the agenda?
We do. Thank you, Madam Mayor. On page 18, 3C6, we have a revised summary. On page 19, 3C7, we also have a revised summary. On page 90, 4J is a deletion. And on page 96, 6B2 is a revision. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Can I have a motion for the adoption of the agenda as amended? First by Commissioner Sachs, second by Marino. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? See that passes 6-0. Would anyone like to pull an item from the consent agenda? No. Okay. I would actually like to pull item 3D3 on page 23. Any other members? Okay. Could I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Commissioner Flores first, Weiss second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? See, that passes 6-0. All right, we will take the item before special presentations, page 23. On 3D3, so my question for the attorney was, I see that this firm has already spent the approved amount, and we're in a lawsuit with the FAA, I believe, at this point. And I wanted to know, what is our litigation strategy with respect to the lawsuit and the future expenses to add $300,000?
So just first off the bat, I just want to make clear that the contract was for general aviation services from the outside counsel. Until it always existed. But when the lawsuit was initiated for the TFR, that's what exhausted the $300,000, so to speak, the greater part of $300,000. With respect to our litigation strategy, that's not something I'm at liberty to discuss publicly. I could always set a shade meeting to discuss the strategy with the board regarding litigation expenses if the board wishes to have that.
I'll go ahead and make a motion that we schedule a shade meeting.
Okay, we have a first from Commissioner Marino to schedule a shade meeting so that we can discuss this item.
To discuss the actual
The strategy
litigation.
for the expenses that are being requested, we would need to have it.
If you want to, I can bring a shade meeting to discuss litigation strategy regarding expenses, if that's what you want.
Yes.
Okay.
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 Do I have a second? For a shade meeting? A second by Commissioner Sachs. Thank you. So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? See that passes 6-0, so we would be postponing this item for a shade discussion and then bring it back. Okay? So with that, we will move on to special presentations.
My determination.
And Commissioner Sachs, I believe
Okay.
one of yours is running behind, so we're going to reorder the Boca Achievement Center. I will go ahead and go first. Does anyone else need to reorder?
Just exactly.
Did we
So-
not do a motion to approve? I'm sorry.
No, you talked about the shade meeting, but you didn't talk about the actual contract. Because as of now, there's expenses pending that haven't been paid, hence the motion to extend the contract.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve by Commissioner Flores, second by Commissioner Weiss. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? See that that's 6-0. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, now we'll move on to special presentations. All right, does anyone else know that they have people that need to reorder? All right, so right now the only one that we're going to reorder is C. We'll move that one down to the end. I will go ahead and go first with mine, and we'll just go in order of what's on the agenda. So you're next.
Thank you.
Okay, I have the Veterans and First Responders Proclamation. If I could please have Dr. James Green, Keith Klingskill, Natalie Vasquez, Ron Holtgren, Jason St. John, Ryan Gamby, Brian Ochoa, Thomas Schubert, and any other military veterans or first responders who would please like to come forward for this proclamation. That includes our administrator and Commissioner Flores, too, if you'd please like to join. Yeah, down here. Thank you. There's a good-looking group of people here. Okay, we are declaring August 2026 as Veterans and First Responders Month. Whereas the safety, security, and prosperity of our communities depend heavily on the unwavering dedication, courage, and sacrifice of our military veterans and first responders. And whereas veterans have answered the call to defend our nation's freedoms abroad, returning to civilian life to serve as leaders, mentors, and pillars of our society. And whereas first responders, including law enforcement, firefighters, paramedics, EMTs, and dispatchers, selflessly respond to emergencies and confront dangerous situations to protect lives, preserve property, and ensure the safety and well-being of those they serve. Whereas it is fitting to recognize the immeasurable contributions of our veterans and first responders and to ensure that they are honored, respected, and meaningfully connected within our communities. Whereas tragic accidents and horrific events occur every day, often call for the selfless heroism of our veterans and first responders. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County, Florida, assembled in regular session this 25th day of August, 2026, that August in Palm Beach County is hereby proclaimed Veterans and First Responders Month. Thank you for your service.
My name's John Schrei, United States Marine Corps. I was just asked to speak, so pardon me. I couldn't be more honored as a veteran who was born and raised in Palm Beach County, who also fell to homelessness and a lot of struggles in Palm Beach County, and with the help of the people behind us, really gave me a second chance. And now, as the co-chair of the Veteran Service Advisory Board for the county, I am so proud and honored to be able to speak for all of you back here, and I appreciate all of your sacrifice. And I just hope that we, as a county, can continue to build on the progress that we've made lately and really help our veterans, because they are out there struggling, and we need to do more. Thank you.
while they take their picture, I'd like to have the Mayor, Doug Lawson, Police Chief Michael Coleman, Jamel Stewart, Clean and Safe Water Manager, or Clean and Safe Manager, Jadelle Merzius, Executive Director of the Riviera Beach Community Redevelopment, Kashamba Miller Anderson, Riviera Beach Councilwoman, Javon White, and all members of the Riviera Beach team who are here to recognize this proclamation for Riviera Beach as an all-American city. Whereas the city of Riviera Beach has earned national distinction as the recipient of the 2026 All-American City Award, one of the nation's most prestigious honors recognizing excellence in civic engagement, innovation, collaboration, and community-driven solutions. And selected from more than 1,700 applicants and among only 20 finalists nationwide, Riviera Beach proudly represents Palm Beach County before a panel of distinguished civic leaders during the National Civic League's annual competition in Denver, Colorado. This remarkable achievement reflects the city's unwavering commitment to empowering residents, strengthening neighborhoods, and building partnerships that improve the quality of life for all who call Riviera Beach home. And whereas the National Civic League recognized Riviera Beach for 3 exemplary initiatives: the Riviera Beach Youth Council, which develops the next generation of civic leaders; the Citizens Leadership Academy, which equips residents to actively participate in local government and community decision-making; and the Neighborhood Reclaim Home Rehabilitation Program, which helps seniors and longtime homeowners preserve safe and affordable housing. And whereas these innovative programs exemplify the power of civic participation by creating opportunities for youth, adults, seniors, businesses, nonprofit organizations, and community partners to work together toward meaningful and lasting change. Whereas, under the leadership of Mayor Douglas Lawson, the City Council, City Manager, municipal staff, and countless dedicated residents, Riviera Beach has demonstrated that inclusive leadership, collaboration, and community pride are the foundation of a thriving city. The city of Riviera Beach joins an elite group of communities across the United States recognized for creating lasting civic impact and serves as an inspiration not only throughout Palm Beach County, but across the state of Florida and this nation. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County, Florida, assembled in regular session on this 25th day of August 2026, that the board recognizes the city of Riviera Beach as the 2026 All-American City Award winner. Proud to be a native of Riviera Beach, I will pass the microphone to someone who is a graduate of the class of 1999. Different school, but we went to elementary together. The Mayor, Douglas Lawson.
County Administrator, Board, County Commissioners, and especially our representative, our native Commissioner Bobby Powell Jr., I want to make sure that everybody understands the reason we're standing here is because Riviera Beach is on the national map. Our city has shown that we're growing, we're thriving, and we're open for business. This great city, this prestigious award is not just for the board, not for the person that put the application in, not just for this county or the city, but it's for the people. The people of Riviera Beach have shown that we're going to thrive, we're going to continue to prosper, we're going to continue to show through programming, through commitment, through dedication, that we're going to be open for business and the very best city in Palm Beach County and the United States to live, work, and play. On behalf of the great city, I'm Doug Lawson. I have my colleague, Ms. Miller Anderson. She wanted to say a few quick words, and I know that we have a few moments, but Ms. Miller Anderson is our longest standing commissioner on the board, so I want to make sure she had a moment.
I think the mayor, good morning, everyone. I think the mayor said it all, so I will not prolong it by adding any more to it other than making sure people understand that our residents and our youth council were very instrumental in making sure that we were able to represent the state of Florida, because we are the only one for the state of Florida that became a winner. So I just want to say thank you to everyone, department heads, staff, yes, and the mayor. Thank you.
Amongst others, I do recognize Police Chief Michael Coleman, Councilwoman Priscilla Penier, Deputy Chief Nate Gordon, and all the members of the team, the clerk, Deborah Hall, and all the members of the Riviera Beach team. Thank you.
That is indeed quite an honor, All-American City. Really, really proud. But now we're going to go into something that's a little fun. And that is, this is all about animal rescue. And you know we got a group of little puppies there in the back. Are so cute. Oh my God. I would love, it is my great honor and privilege to bring up Peter J. Torres, president of Justin Bartlett Animal Rescue. Come on up. And his great companion, Lulu. And we have some puppies as well. So let me call the people up first. You can bring the puppies with you. If I could have Janet Diamond, the director, Donald, no kidding, Wolf, the director. You were born to do this. If I could have Heidi Martin, Brian Kozak, Karen Puentes, Fidel Torres, Joanna Maud, Michael George. These are not the puppies' names. These are the people's names. Michael George, Nikki Stinson, Walter Imperatore, Sandy Metzi, and also all the staff. Come on up, and let us honor you and what you do. Oh, these guys are so cute. Oh my God. Okay, Lulu, take it easy. All right, now we're going to declare August 25th, 2026 as Justin Bartlett Animal Rescue Day. Whereas Justin Bartlett Animal Rescue was established in 2012 in memory of Justin Bartlett, whose compassion and love for animals continue to inspire all of us. This organization was founded by a dedicated group of animal welfare advocates, including their longtime leader, Peter J. Torres. Vision and commitment have helped transform the lives of thousands of homeless, abandoned, and neglected animals. These guys look pretty happy today. Look at that. This animal rescue has rescued and provided second chances. You ready for this statistic? 15,000 animals through foster care, adoption services, medical treatment. And they recognize the critical need for affordable veterinarian care. So they established this hospital and low-cost clinic in 2015, affording accessible veterinarian care, preventive surgeries, spay and neuter surgery to all pets in the community. And whereas the rescue's dedicated staff and volunteers, is that Lulu? God, she wants to run for office there. Look at this. Yeah, they have veterinarians, they have supporters, they work tirelessly to reduce pet homelessness and to make sure that we are our responsible pet owners. So whereas Justin Bartlett Animal Rescue and its low-cost clinic have become a vital community resource, improving the welfare of animals everywhere throughout this county. So we, on the Board of County Commissioners, recognizes Justin Bartlett Animal Rescue for its unwavering commitment to animal welfare, compassionate service, and lasting contribution to improving the lives of animals and the families who care for them. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County, assembled in this session on the 25th day of August 2026, that this day in all of Palm Beach County is hereby proclaimed Justin Bartlett Animal Rescue Day.
Good morning, everyone. Actually, you took part of my speech. You know, I've been doing rescue in Palm Beach County for about 22 years, and I've seen a lot of commissioners, met a lot of commissioners, but Commissioner Maria Sachs just really did it today. This is a very special moment for us. On behalf of the rest of the board, the volunteer staff, and most importantly, those animals that we rescue every day, I'd like to thank Commissioner Maria Sachs for this special proclamation. This is really special to us. I also like to thank the rest of the commissioners and everyone that took the time out of the busy schedule today. President Nikki from Wellington Rotary. But you guys are really great, and I really appreciate this. As you guys know, we've been doing rescue for quite some time. And our mission initially was to rescue and offer the animals a second chance. Throughout the years, we also added as Commissioner Sachs mentioned, low-cost animal hospitals. And today we're lucky to say we have 3 low-cost animal hospitals throughout the county, expanding into Broward County as well. And we wouldn't be able to do it without your support and the volunteers. So for that, I really thank everyone. I'd like to definitely thank Commissioner Sachs, because she understands that animal lives really do matter. So thank you so much.
If I could, Commissioner Powell, let me just tell you a quick story. About 2 weeks ago, there was a couple, a very young couple, and they were being evicted from their apartment, and they had a dog, big dog, being kept in a cage because the landlord wouldn't let him out, didn't want him around, and didn't know what to do with this. He was a big dog. So I called over at Justin, I talked to Torres. They took him immediately, gave him medical care, and it made such a difference to all of us. You know, it's one thing to hear about these things, but another thing to know that this one dog has now been saved, and that young couple is in tears knowing that their animal is being taken care of. So thank you for all you do, sir. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner Sachs. And now we know the answer to that question. Who let the dogs out? While they take their picture, ladies and gentlemen, this is a proclamation of the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County, Florida. This proclamation will require me to ask to come up Ms. Keely Gideon Taylor, the president of the Black Chamber of the Palm Beaches. Trinette Morris, of Trendy Gourmet Cafe. I want some trendy. Bruce Lewis, LB Limited and Associates Incorporated. And Kenyon Link, Keen Ideas. And there are other members who are here to celebrate National Black Business Month. Please come up. As they say, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. It's equality. All right, now we'll declare August 2026 as National Black Business Month. Whereas Palm Beach County benefits from the significant contributions of black entrepreneurs whose leadership and enterprise strengthen the local economy, enrich the cultural fabric of the county, and enhance the quality of life for residents throughout Palm Beach County and the community. And the month of August is observed as National Black Business Month, an annual observance established nearly 2 decades ago to recognize the achievements, contributions, innovation, resilience, and historic progress of Black-owned businesses and entrepreneurs across the United States. And Palm Beach County is home to a growing community of Black-owned businesses that create jobs, generate economic opportunities, and provide valuable goods and services to residents and visitors alike. And whereas these businesses demonstrate creativity, innovation, leadership, and entrepreneurial spirit, strengthening the local economy, enriching communities throughout the county, and collaboration among local governments, chambers of commerce, educational institutions, nonprofit organizations, and community partners help support economic opportunity, growth, and success of Black businesses and Black-owned businesses. And whereas National Black Business Month recognizes the contributions of entrepreneurs and small businesses to the local economy and encourage residents, businesses, public agencies, and community organizations to support local economic growth and business development. And Palm Beach County recognizes the vital role Black-owned businesses play in strengthening the local economy, creating jobs, expanding opportunity, and contributing to the county's continued growth, prosperity, and resilience. Now, therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County, Florida, assembled in regular session on this 25th day of August 2026, that August 2026 in Palm Beach County is hereby proclaimed National Black Business Month.
Good morning. My name is Keely Gideon Taylor, and I represent the Black Chamber of Commerce of Palm Beach County. And while our representation is small, we are very mighty, as is our chamber. National Black Business Month was started in 2004 to acknowledge the contributions of the 3 million Black-owned businesses in our nation. Here in Palm Beach County, we are proud to serve just under 500 members, where our mission is to support their businesses and help them grow. We are thankful to the commission that, and also to the county, that we are able to partake of those resources to help our members. I'm going to invite my past president, Mr. Bruce Lewis, to say a few words.
I'll keep it real brief. I'm one of the founding members of the Black Chamber of Commerce. We're delighted to receive this proclamation from Commissioner Powell. And Commissioner Powell, I must say, you be doing the most with your proclamation, sir. So we appreciate that flair and that vigor. But we'd like to thank the County Commission, Palm Beach County itself, our membership, our board, for being committed to Black-owned businesses. Thank you.
Now I'd like to skip to a proclamation that was sponsored by our mayor, Sarah Baxter, and this is going to be for International Overdose Awareness Day. So if I could have these folks come forward, please. I'd like to have Darcy Alvarez, Yanni Quiles, Cynthia Paquino. Also, I'd like to have Andy McGinnis, Amber Coronel, Matthew Simmons, Altian Marquise, Aaron Selman. I don't know where you are, but come on up wherever you are. Diane Carney, J. Max Liff, Robert Carney, Diane Carney, and of course Jeffrey Palmer. If y'all could come on up, I appreciate it. Every year on August 31st, International Overdose Awareness Day is observed in communities around the world to raise awareness of drug overdose, to reduce the stigma associated with substance use disorder, and acknowledge the great experience and sadness by families, friends, and communities as we remember those who have died or experienced injury as a result of a drug overdose. Substance use disorder, and this is interesting, I want everybody to listen up to this, is recognized by the American Medical Association as a disease of the brain. It's a disease of the brain, and by acknowledging those who have been affected by substance abuse disorder, to help raise public awareness of its impact and have greater compassion and understanding. Fentanyl overdose is the leading cause of death for Americans aged 14 to 45 and surpasses every other cause of death, including car accidents, suicide, and homicide. This underscores our need for understanding, compassion, and prevention. Whereas Palm Beach County Board of County Commissioners has expanded investments in prevention, treatment, recovery, support services. And all of this is done with the volunteers here today. And I want you to hear this next statement. Palm Beach County is the first county of 67 counties in the state of Florida to establish a syringe services program that improves public health and safety while creating pathways for treatment and recovery support services. 4 community recovery hubs have been established in our county to expand access to recovery resources and support our families at every stage of recovery, and to embrace all pathways to recovery and compassion and become part of our community. So therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners, assembled in regular session on this 25th day of August, 2026, that this day, August, is proclaimed International Overdose Awareness Day. Thank you so much.
Hey, y'all, thank you so much for this. Gosh, I didn't know I was going to say anything today, but yeah, you know, the hub has expanded in Palm Beach County. I just want to thank everyone for supporting us. You know, we had the largest epidemic of opiate. You know, we had a lot of stuff go on here, and the response has just been amazing from this community to combat it. The numbers are going down, and we're succeeding, and we're winning. And today we actually have we brought a bunch of participants who have benefited from the hub with us today. So that's the crew you see in front of you. And yeah, I want to hear from them. You know, I'm the president of the board. You know, it's a volunteer position. I do this because I love recovery, and I want to support those people that and give them the same chance that I had to find recovery myself. And that's what we do. We're a ground-up organization, so we have leadership teams at every site that reflect the needs of that individual community. Our newest location being Riviera Beach. It's been amazing. But yeah, I want to hear from participants. So who do we have that wants to share?
Yeah. Hello? Yeah? Yes. Okay. Good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Amber. I am a participant of the Delray Beach Hub. I am in my first year of recovery. If it wasn't for the hub, I don't know where I would be at this point. Cynthia is a pleasure to work with. She's the leader of the hub in Delray. And with her help and all the benefits that the hub offers, I've been able to get assistance, not just with transportation, with the bus pass. There's also assistance with living in a sober home that otherwise I really would be homeless at this moment. They've assisted me with being able to come to the hub, use their computers, use their books, use the resources for me to get a resume, to go to job interviews and obtain a job, which I currently have a part-time job. And it's a place of kindness, a place of love. It's a place where I can go and talk to any of them, the peers, of my needs and what they can do for me. And in return, I, participate to get better. There's a lot of people in recovery, as myself, that can really benefit from the services that the hub has to offer in order for us to be integrated back into the world and succeed in our lives. So that's it. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jeff Palmer. I'm too in recovery, and the hub for me has been an impactful, pivotal part of my recovery and its journey. And part of the hub, it's one hand helping the other, and in the transition of recovery, that's what we aim to do. One addict helping another addict, and so I'm no longer a person receiving that hand, and now I'm a person giving that hand to the next person, pulling them up. And that's what the recovery community of the hub's all about, one person helping another, because we've all been in that position and we all know how to get through those experiences, and it's just been a major impact in my life. And so now that they put me in a position to be of service, it gives me purpose, it gives me community, it gives me connection. Addiction isolates, recovery connects, and it trickles down into our families, into our jobs, into our community, and it's been a beneficial impact not only in my life, and it was something I said in treatment when I left treatment. If we can one person help, one person, we can't measure that ripple effect of what it has. It's unmeasurable. So the ripples are just going, and I love to be a part of this community and this organization and just seeing how much more we can benefit this community. Thank you.
While they're taking their picture, Neil London, and if you brought anybody else with you, can you join me up here?
He's back here.
Good morning. Well, I get to say, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines, because we are declaring January 3rd through the 10th, 2027, as Supercar Week in Palm Beach County. Whereas each January, Supercar Week places Palm Beach County on the map as the top travel destination worldwide for auto enthusiasts, stimulating significant economic impact throughout the region. And whereas the producers of Supercar Week, along with their sponsors, will host the 17th annual Supercar Week waterfront finale on Sunday, January 10th, 2027, along the West Palm Beach waterfront as the closing event of its week-long auto-related festivities, and the largest auto event of its kind in South Florida. Supercar Week celebrates the art and technology of speed, design, by displaying hundreds of significant cars in a variety of categories and events. Whereas Supercar Week events are open to the public, offering free admission to fun-filled, family-oriented activities featuring live entertainment, food vendors, and industry and educational exhibits, highlighting the art, design, manufacturing, performance, racing, safe driving, and the latest technological developments in the world of consumer vehicles and motorsports. Supercar Week is supported by Palm Beach County, the City of West Palm Beach, Discover the Palm Beaches, Palm Beach County Film and Television Commission, Palm Beach County Sports Commission, West Palm Beach Downtown Development Authority, National Polo Center, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, and numerous luxury and exotic auto brands, car clubs, and many local and regional sponsors. And whereas Supercar Week produces a week-long series of auto enthusiast events throughout Palm Beach County, including in Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, Wellington, Palm Beach Gardens, Jupiter, Boca Raton, and Delray Beach. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners assembled here in regular session on this 25th day of August, 2026, that on January 3rd through 10th in Palm Beach County, Florida, is hereby proclaimed Supercar Week. There you go.
Thank you, Commissioner, and thank you to all the commissioners that are here today and to anybody in the audience. This is a pretty hard act to follow. We had Riviera Beach, we had puppies on, we had first responders. We're just a couple of guys that really like cars. We really love entertaining the public. Tom's been with us from day one. He's my closest partner in this venture. And there's really only 3 of us that really put this together every year. It's 9 days of auto enthusiast events held throughout Palm Beach County in an effort to define Palm Beach County as a true auto enthusiast travel destination every year, the second week of January. It's our 17th year. I hope everybody gets a chance to go to supercarweek.com, see what we have in store for you this year. We actually moved a very prestigious event that Jay Leno used to call the Pebble Beach of the East Coast. It was previously called the Boca Concourse de Elegance, and we took it over 4 years ago and recreated it for the waterfront, and it's now a very special display within our 1 mile show on the Flagler Drive waterfront. It's now called Elegance Palm Beach and features over $150 million worth of classic cars like 1922 Duesenbergs, an 1898 Cadillac. So we have cars going back from 1898 all the way to current Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Paganis, whatever you have. Cadillac has been a great sponsor. Our local dealership on 45th Street has been a tremendous supporter of ours, and we want to thank them personally. Thank you, Commissioner. Thanks for having us here today. Tom, would you like to say anything? He's good. All right. Okay, come take a picture with us.
Can I see your Corvette, America's first car, right?
One moment.
Commissioner Sachs,
Marino?
before you go, I just want to do a shout out to Kyle Kirkwood. Since we're talking about cars, the Freedom 250, which just happened in Washington, D.C., was won by Kyle Kirkwood, who is a resident of Jupiter, Florida. So we have a local boy who won a very prestigious race. So let's keep our cars going. Thanks.
While they're starting their engines, I'd like to declare August 25th, 2026, as Daughters of the American Revolution Day. And if I could have come forward Donna Van Troen, President of our council at Palm Beach, and Sally Nemes, who's the second Vice President. And I think we have some other folks too. So I'll have you identify yourselves after we give the proclamation. The Daughters of the American Revolution was founded in 1890. It's a nonprofit, non-political women's service organization dedicated to historic preservation, education, and patriotism. Whereas the dedicated members of the local Daughters of the American Revolution chapters here in Palm Beach County, they have served our community through volunteerism, support for veterans, and I see you at all the veteran events, promotion of American history, and scholarships, literary programs, and recognition of outstanding citizens. Whereas, together with the Florida Regions Council of the Palm Beaches, these daughters share a common bond of lineal descent from patriots of the American Revolutionary War, ascribing to the motto, God, home, and country. These members' unwavering commitment to service strengthens our community and preserves our nation's heritage for future generations. The established council will celebrate its 65th anniversary in January 2027, and together with numerous Daughters of the American Revolution chapters serving communities throughout the country, will continue to commemorate America's 250th anniversary. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners assembled in regular session today, that today, August 25th, 2026, in Palm Beach County is proclaimed Daughters of the American Revolution Day. Congratulations.
Thank you so very much, Commissioner Sachs. I'm very proud to stand here as the direct descendant of numerous patriots from the American Revolution, from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. I grew up just outside of Philadelphia, and every school trip until 12th grade was to Independence Hall and Liberty Bell and Betsy Ross House and Washington Crossing State Park and Valley Forge. I was inundated with American history. But it wasn't until I moved to Florida and became part of the ESTA hockey chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution that I really learned firsthand their dedication to enhancing education and public service and patriotism. It's an honor to be here as the regent, and even a greater honor to be able to introduce you, Commissioner Sachs, to our Florida State Regent, who is also from the area, Kim Zeman.
Thank you, everyone. I'm honored to be here on behalf of the Florida State Society Daughters of the American Revolution. We have several chapters in Palm Beach County, and throughout the state. We have 112 chapters and 11,300 members currently. So if anyone thinks they have a patriot, we'd love to hear from you. You can join us in helping us salute our veterans and educate our children on our history. And Commissioner Sachs, we thank you for all that you do to help support us in all of our endeavors. Thank you.
All right. And while they take their photograph, I am going to invite some of my, well, first of all, we are declaring Back to School Month, our favorite month of all year, where we get to send out our little ones to schools. And we have a little bit of peace of mind. So with that being said, I would like to invite our principals. I believe I have Okehili, I have Liberty Park, John I, Berkshire. If there's any other school principals, teachers in the room, please come forward. Also would like to recognize our Office of Community Revitalization, the Education Foundation, and the United Way of Palm Beach County for everything that you guys do. Yeah, and our school board members, absolutely. I'm sorry about that. I didn't see you. All right, so whereas we are declaring August 2026 as Back to School Month, whereas education is the foundation of a strong community that provides children and young adults with skills and opportunities needed to succeed throughout their lives. And whereas the start of a new school year marks a time of growth and learning for students and educators throughout Palm Beach County. And whereas the school district of Palm Beach County and Palm Beach County School Board, together with teachers, school administrators, parents, guardians, volunteers, and community organizations, work to create a supportive and safe learning environment where every student can reach their full potential. And whereas Palm Beach County Office of Community Revitalization, the Education Foundation of Palm Beach County, and the United Way of Palm Beach County support students and families with school supplies distribution, back-to-school events, and other resources that help children begin the school year prepared and confident. And whereas the county recognizes these departments, organizations, and their community partners for strengthening educational excellence and helping prepare Palm Beach County students for a successful future. And whereas Back to School Month serves as an opportunity to celebrate students and teachers while encouraging family engagement to inspire the community to invest in the success of the next generation. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County, Florida, assembled on this regular session on this 25th day of August 2026, that August 2026 in Palm Beach County is hereby proclaimed Back to School Month. Do we want to have one of our school board members speak and then maybe one of my principals?
Good morning. Vice Mayor Woodard, my own County Commissioner, Distinguished County Commissioner Maria Marino, members of the Commission. I'm Vice Chair Matt Lane, and I'm here on behalf of the school board to thank you for this proclamation. And what I want people to know is that the school district of Palm Beach County is an A-rated school district. Additionally, the Florida Department of Education recently designated us as being one of Florida's academically high-performing school districts. Our graduates last year went to Harvard, Yale, Stanford, Wharton School of Business, Brown, Princeton, Dartmouth, Vanderbilt, Duke, Northwestern, University of Florida, Florida State, University of Miami, Johns Hopkins, and MIT, among others. We are your best choice in Palm Beach County. Additionally, there's going to be a referendum coming up to support the existing half-penny sales tax. And we're asking you to support that because we need that money. 50% of that money goes to support our teachers, for teacher salaries. 25% of that money goes to support safety for our students, which we all care about deeply. The remainder covers vocational training for our students, career and technical education, choice programming, and literacy programming, because if you can't read, you can't learn. So once again, we're asking for the community's support this November. Once again, I'm Matt Lane. It's my honor to be here. Thank you so much.
That's 5 times already.
Ms. Morales? Oh.
Good morning, Commissioner Flores. I'm School Board Member Edwin Ferguson. I was voluntold by our principals that I will speak on their behalf, so I'll be very brief. Also, I want to recognize Diamond View. I'm sorry, we have 180 plus schools. Yes. Diamond View, we forgot to recognize them as well. Thank you for this recognition. School is off to a great start, but I would like to take this time to just encourage Palm Beach County at large to focus on encouraging our children, because we know children who start ahead tend to stay ahead, and unfortunately, those who start behind tend to stay behind. So as they move along the pathway to adulthood, let us forever focus on scholarship and also focus on technical education. Support them and let them know that they can persevere through hard times, and by doing that, they can stand as a testament, which will then uplift all of our residents here in Palm Beach County and across the state, because that is one thing that I think distinguishes us as a nation, and is that we have that grit and that focus on improving ourselves at all times. So again, thank you for the recognition, and we're going to stop now because we're all ready to get back to work. Thank you.
James Gavrilis Education Foundation, along with Teresa West, Matt Papasik, and Matt Lane, who's one of our board members. And this recognition is about Palm Beach County and its generosity and its commitment. As you know, the Education Foundation is the foundation for the district. In addition to providing nearly $3 million a year in grants, last year alone through our Red Apple Supplies, we distributed $1.6 million in school supplies. But just in the past 3 weeks, Palm Beach County stepped up. And gang, this group produced 36,707 fully stocked backpacks to 56 of our school district's Title I schools. Virtually every company and a number of administrators in government were there packing backpacks. And it was our honor to partner this year with Houston Tate and Ruth and the Community of Revitalization with their backpack distribution at the Convention Center with the Spirit of Giving down south. But again, just the foundation alone distributed 36,707 backpacks. And because Teresa West can't say no, this year we're preparing 40,000, which means Bobby will be doing 42.5. This is about Palm Beach County, Mayor Marino, and about what this community does when it steps up. Thank you to the Commission for recognizing Palm Beach County as the most generous, committed education county in the state of Florida.
Okay, we're going to go from education to sports, back to sports. It's my honor today to do the proclamation for National Golf Month, and I've got a bunch of folks in the audience that are going to come up. So it's a long list. Jennifer Cirillo, Paul Connell, Indira Prasad, Eric Ryan, Tevin Ali, Eric Garber, Sharon Painter, Sean Steineman, Rick Smolin, Juan Calderon, George Dixon, Scott Markowitz, Harlan Kaplan, Blair Dimitro, Terry McGuire, Jeff Losted, Zach Newell, Carl Mistretta, and a bunch of folks from the First Tee of the Palm Beaches. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a professional golfer. I did not injure myself playing golf. I'm sorry to say that. It was not that sexy. But I do have a ruptured Achilles, so if you see me fall every once in a while, you'll know why. But golf is what brought me to the state of Florida. And for those of you that don't know, we are the #1 county in the nation for golf courses. Jennifer and I go back and forth with how many courses we have. We have anywhere between 145 to 160. There's 16,000 golf courses in the United States. That means we have 1% of them right here in Palm Beach County. So we are truly the golf capital of the world. So today we are going to recognize Golf Month. So we are declaring August 2026 as National Golf Month, whereas National Golf Month recognizes golf and its contributions to health, recreation, tourism, youth development, environmental stewardship, and local economies throughout the United States. Shh. This is important stuff. Whereas the Palm Beach County Parks and Recreation Department operates 93 holes of championship golf at 5 award-winning public facilities: Osprey Point Golf Course, Okeechobee Golf Course, Park Ridge Golf Course, South Winds Golf Course, and the John Prince Golf Learning Center. And whereas welcoming hundreds of thousands of rounds annually, Palm Beach County Golf provides affordable, accessible, high-quality recreation through facilities that are self-supporting and funded by user fees rather than taxpayer dollars. Our golf courses pay for themselves. I just want everybody to know that. Whereas Palm Beach County generates millions in annual economic activity, supports local jobs, tourism, and business, while it demonstrates leadership in environmental stewardship through Audubon International recognized facilities, responsible water conservation, sustainable turf management practices, and preservation of green spaces. And oh, by the way, in Palm Beach County, I know I keep going off script here, we probably have between 20 to 30,000 acres of golf course land, and that's what the county actually has in preservation land. So not a bad partnership. Okay, where did I leave off? Whereas golf encourages physical activity, mental well-being, social connection, and lifelong recreation while fostering opportunities for people of all backgrounds to participate in a welcoming environment. And whereas Palm Beach County Golf has received national and local recognition, including Osprey Point Golf Course being named the 2026 NGCOA Municipal Golf Course of the Year. South Winds Golf Course earned 2 Audubon International BioBlitz Community Engagement Awards, and the John Prince Golf Learning Center receiving the Best Local Sports Attraction 2026 Palm Beach Post of Palm Beach County Community Choice Award. So now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County assembled in regular session this 25th day of August, that August 2026 in Palm Beach County is hereby proclaimed National Golf Month. And I do want to say something else.
So we'll take a picture in a second. But the first T is here with us today, and I'm going to read you something. Honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, respect, confidence, responsibility, perseverance, courtesy, and judgment. Those are the 9 core values of the first T. They don't just make you a better golfer, they make you a better person. And they're a wonderful partner with Palm Beach County and our golf courses. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the first T for all that you've done for all of our youth in our community. So thank you. So who gets the mic now?
I do want the first T to talk about themselves. They're amazing, and we partner with them in Dyer Park. A lot of folks don't know that. You can find the first T there. The programs they do, not just for youth, but for folks of differing abilities and our veterans, is incredible. And I think we could all learn those life lessons that are at their core. I do want to be remiss if I didn't thank our golfing public for supporting our public golf courses in Palm Beach County, our self-sustaining, award-winning golf courses. We're really grateful for our public and all our golf professionals and volunteers that make everything behind the scenes work. Thanks for all our staff being here today. And I'm going to turn it over to the first T.
Thank you. Thank all of you. Commissioner, I disagree. Golf capital of the world. We're golf capital of the universe. So it's an incredible sport, and it touches so many lives in Palm Beach County. All of the other groups that presented, we're partnered with the school district. We're partnered with United Way, serving the vets. With the school district and Riviera Beach, we'll impact over 2,500 kids in First Tee programs this year. With the veterans, it'll be over 500, and we also serve people with special needs, over 700 through First Tee. So that's awesome to see all those other groups that we actually kind of partner with. Savannah, one of our staff members, used to work for Justin Bartlett, and Chelsea won the Daughters of the American Revolution Award. So we had a lot of touch points with these other groups. As she said, we're in a county park, so we're partners with the county, and it's awesome. And we're at Park Ridge, and we've got coaches there as well, and coaches here from Park Ridge. So the relationship with the county and golf in the county is so important. The economic impact is so important. But what First Tee does, and with the help of the county, we're able to use the sport to impact the lives of so many people in Palm Beach County. Thank you for this.
I'm going to come with you. You're going to stay there?
No, I'll come down.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah. Here we go. Where's the proclamation?
I got it.
We'll get that.
Oh, I don't need that.
Okay.
All right, come on over.
All right.
Come on.
Come on in.
You're getting around pretty good.
I just fell, but you know.
Yeah, you're a little fast on that
We
scooter.
didn't notice. Yeah.
Come on in. Anybody who wants to be in the picture.
Come on, guys. Get in.
Tighten it up, everybody.
Oh,
Hide the cast.
You stay there.
Hide the cast.
We'll come closer to you.
You go in the front. Come back.
Pretend we're in an 8-person car.
Come on, Henry.
Yeah.
Come over some more. Here, get in front of me.
Yeah, we've turned a cart into a fire truck. Everybody's hanging out. Come on in front. There you go.
Great.
Are we good?
All right.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, so
There
she
you
can
go.
turn around.
How you doing?
Good.
Good
to see you, Commissioner.
I think I need both crutches.
Yeah, you got to jump up the step.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Bye, all.
Appreciate you. Bye. Can you give it? It's there. We're going to do our.
That one got moved, I forgot. Okay. Okay. Happy Proclamation Morning, everyone. So we will be moving on to, we need proof of publication for our public hearings.
Second.
I have a first by Commissioner Weiss, second by Commissioner Powell. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? See that passes 6-0. We will move on to item 5A1, fire rescue. Does anyone need a presentation on this?
Mayor, I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to move 5A1, A, B, and C.
Okay, we have first by Commissioner Weiss for 5A, 1B, and C, with the second by Commissioner Flores. All in favor? Any opposed? Your light is on, Commissioner Weiss? Here.
Nope, I'm
Oh, okay, thank you. And we have no cards, right? And no cards. All right, good to go. 6A1, Commissioner Weiss, your light.
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to go ahead and make a motion to move items 6A1, A, and B.
I have a first by Commissioner Weiss, second by Commissioner Marino. All in favor? Any opposed? See, that passes 6-0. Moving on to 6B1, Housing and Economic Development.
I'd like a presentation.
And we do have a request for presentation on this. Sorry? Brief presentation. By the way, I'd recognize Administrator Brown to the dais and Attorney Jones for filling in. Thank you. Did I say Attorney Jones? I said Attorney Jones, Administrator Brown. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I have a sinus. Thank God. I'm sorry.
Good morning, Madam Vice Mayor, Commissioners, Mr. Brown. Good to see you up there, sir. Apologies for the delay. As I've gotten older in life, I can't do anything without these guys anymore. I have, for the record, Axel Miranda, Department Director, Housing and Economic Development. I have to my right, Division Director Jeff Bolton, Contracts Division, and to my far right, County Assistant Attorney Tim Carey. First item, project that has already been conceptually approved, coming to you today for final approval. Item 6B1, Lake Worth Station. Total amount of the project is $1,059,223. As I mentioned, the project is Lake Worth Station. The developer is Office America Group. Period of holdability 50 years. Total project cost $29,658,278. Total cost per square foot $345. County investment is $81,478 per unit for 13 units. Financial stack, our contribution to this is $1,059,223 for a total project cost of $29,658,278. Very good. Next one. Huh?
Do you want to do all of them together?
Madam Vice Mayor, would you like for me to go through all three together or one by one?
You can continue with this one, but Commissioner Powell has a slide on.
Thank you for that. Maybe I'm missing it. Axel, how many units are in this particular development?
This is a total of 91 multifamily housing units, Commissioner.
And what's the breakdown in terms of cost for rent? Do you know?
Don't you have another slide?
Yeah, I think you skipped,
there you go.
moved past it really fast.
There you go. The total cost per square foot, Commissioner, $345. The per unit is $81,478.
I'm looking, I see units at $1,755, $2,193, and $2,632. However, okay, I see 23 units Those are 601 square feet. 23 units are at 1755, is that correct?
23 units are at 1755 for the rent. Yes, Commissioner.
How many units are at 1638?
1638 would be 5.
Okay.
Yes.
Those are studios. Okay.
Correct.
Do we have any, what are they, studios?
We have studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms, Commissioner.
Okay, and the 3 bedrooms are how much?
Under here, we have 3 bedrooms at 120 AMI, 3 units, 3648.
Okay. Perfect. And how much is that? What percentage of AMI is that at 3648?
I'm sorry, Commissioner, what percentage? AMI is 120.
Wow. Okay. And that's only 3 units, though.
Yes, sir.
There's 23 units that are at, it looks like
23 units.
3,156?
23 units, 3156.
What percentage?
2 bedrooms.
Those are 2 bedrooms? Okay. What percentage of AMI is that?
120 AMI, sir.
122? That's wow. Okay. And then when I look at the 2006-32, that's 7 units, and that's also 120?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, the chart is helpful, but even from here, I'm still struggling to read it.
There's gonna be some improvements made to presentations where the county across the board, Commissioner, are gonna be increasing the font.
Well, that's okay. I know I got it. Yeah, I'm sure I have it in the backup. So I just wanted to verify and make sure we put it on the record. 36 for a 3-bedroom is 120 of AMI people.
Is that better, Commissioner?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to get some of the details out about that. Just reminding people that housing costs in Palm Beach County are still very high. And there's a lot of people or households that don't even make $3,600 a month after taxes. So we've got some real challenges. Thank you for that. This is good.
So, I'm sorry, do we have a couple more lights on Commissioner Flores?
Good morning, Mr. Miranda. Can we go back to that second slide? One more, right here.
Yes, sir.
So while this project is 91 units, there's only 13 that are county assisted. So our $1 million really goes divided by those 13.
Yes, Commissioner.
And the 13 are, can you help me decipher in this chart where so it says 1 bedrooms at 80% AMI.
13 units, yes, sir. The 13 units are all county assisted units, all are 1 bedroom at 80%.
Right, so my question is, I'm assuming it's that top line that says 23 units, square footage 601, 1755. Is that the rate for the county assisted rate? And are they gonna also do the same for the other 10? Because you only have 1.
Yes.
Okay.
They have some workforce housing units from the PZB obligations in here too, but we do not fund those with bond money.
So, I mean, I just want to call attention to anybody that wants to see what we're looking at here, but I think Commissioner Powell sort of highlighted on this. This is what we, workforce housing, what it costs. I mean, I see a 2-bedroom, $3,156. And Mr. Bolton, I don't know if you can do quick math, but how much do you almost need to earn to be able to be in that 120, to be able to afford that? Because to me, that's not very affordable, in my opinion.
130. It's about 130.
Yeah. And this is workforce housing units. And this is just a 2-bedroom. 3 bedrooms are even more expensive. I just want to call out attention to this for people that are listening, that it is really expensive the market right now, and it's not just here in Palm Beach County. It's across the spectrum, but there's a lot of people that do not make $120,000 a year, and it's one of those things that it's important for us to understand, and every little bit that we can do to have an impact matters. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, but this upcoming fiscal year, we are not putting any dollars into housing. And once again, one of the things that I hear every day from my community is affordable housing. And yet we are not making an investment in that realm for this upcoming year. So it's going to take everybody to do this kind of work, but we need to continue to make this a priority. So just want to bring that up. Thank you.
Understood, Commissioner. Thank you.
Did you have the answer to his question?
132. 132,000, Vice Mayor.
132?
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Brown?
Thank you, Vice Mayor, Commissioners. I also just want to remind you, as we fund certain housing bond projects, that we have affordable and/or workforce units. In this particular project, we had the 13 county assistant units, but you also had the 26 other workforce PZB units. I say that to say is the other units are going to be market rate because somehow the developer has to sprinkle some of those market rate units in order for the project to pencil out, in order for it to be financed. So just the thought that, again, this is really a market rate project with affordable and workforce units included.
Thank you. And my question was, because you brought up yesterday that some of the units are exchange. How many was that again that are part of the?
20.
That is 26 units.
26 units.
26. And which affordability do they fall into?
They're workforce housing, so they would be in the, I think they're at the 120 range.
The units are typically 60 to 120. It just depends on what the breakdown was. Typically, when they go through the exchange program, they'll have to have some at each tier.
Is that what they did in this one?
Yes.
There's a breakdown. It's spread out?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So let's take a vote on this project before you present the next one. So could I get a motion for, thank you, Commissioner Marino, for A, B, and C?
Approve 6B1. I'm sorry. A motion to approve 6B, 1A, B, and C.
Okay. I have a second by Commissioner Weiss. All in favor? Any opposed? See that passes 6-0.
Thank you, Madam Vice Mayor. Next item, 6B2. On December 2nd, 2025, the Board of County Commissioners conceptually approved Housing Bond Loan Program funding for the following project: residences at Martin Manor 2, developer DM redevelopment, in the amount of $4,987. This project is an extension of the Boca Raton Housing Authority's Dixie Manor project. Page 2. Affordability period on this is 50 years. Total project cost was $47,984,719. Project square footage 10664. Cost per square foot $477. Our investment here is $47,495 per unit for 105 units. Financial stack, our contribution again is the $4,987 for a total project cost of $47,984,719.
Thank you. And I would like to say on this one, this is at the corner of Glades and Dixie, I believe. It was called Dixie Manor, it has a new name, but they actually were able to double the amount of units. This was an affordable housing project from years ago, and they've sort of demolished, but they've doubled in size. Is that correct?
That's correct. They added to an existing project. They remodeled the existing project to bring it up to speed, and then they added these units. These are new units as required by the bond program.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Any questions from?
Actually, I have my light on.
Okay.
Thank you. This is a good example of what we've been striving for. That the contribution per unit is lower. We like that. The percentage of in the stack is lower. These were all things, and we've been eking along trying to come up with the right formula for this, but this project fulfills all of that. So thank you, and thank you for the folks that brought it forward, because it's fabulous, and I will go ahead and make the motion to approve 6B, 2A, B, and C.
Thank you. Commissioner Marino made the first. Do I have a second? Second by Commissioner Flores. All in favor? Any opposed? See that that passes 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Madam Vice Mayor, with your permission, item 6B3. Again, in December of 2025, Board of County Commissioners conceptually approved the following project: Wave at Potamkin, developer OHG FL1 Potamkin, in the amount of $10 million. Period affordability, 99 years. Total project cost, $77,281,909. The total cost per square foot, $312. Moving on to the stack, our contribution is the $10 million for a total project cost of $77,281,909.
Any questions from the board?
I'll go ahead and make the motion to approve 6B, 3A, B, and C.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Marino. As second? Second by Commissioner Flores. All in favor? Any opposed? See, that passes 6-0. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Vice Mayor, Commissioners.
Now we'll move on to intergovernmental affairs, legislative update.
Good morning, County Commissioners. This is Ryan Naddick. I'm the Director of Intergovernmental Affairs.
Good morning, Commissioners. Alessandro Borgesani, Legislative Director for the county.
Frank Morley, Assistant County Attorney.
First and foremost, I want to thank the board for all the continued advocacy that you have put forward this year for Palm Beach County. Under the leadership of Administrator Abruzzo, the reorganization, the requested funding that was provided by you, the board, you bolstered our success that we had this year, and it was historic. And with that, I'm going to ask Alessandro to go forward with our legislative update.
Good morning, Commissioners. This year's session was another historic long session. It was the longest session in record, beating last year's record by 137 days in total. Almost 2,000 bills filed, a little over 200 bills passed in total. We were all up in first 2 days of session for Palm Beach County Days, and another historic session for Palm Beach County. Some of the major issues that occurred during this session, in addition to the regular session, we had multiple special sessions as they couldn't pass a budget within the 60 days. One of the special sessions addressed property tax reform. What ultimately the legislature passed and the governor signed into law, well, the governor signed one of the bills into law, the other one was a joint resolution, was it'll be placed on the ballot in November 2026. It'll increase the homestead exemption to $150,000 next year and $250,000 the following year if it passed with 60% of the voters' approval. In addition, it restricts local government funding to what they define as core services. That includes public safety, public education, infrastructure, road projects, the environment, pension obligations, bonding, as well as core services that you approve as a local government and for your constitutional officers. In addition, it restricts the cap on non-homestead from 10% down to 5%. And if you are a new resident in the state of Florida, you have to wait 5 years in order to take advantage of this benefit. And the other bill is more administrative. It sets the maximum millage to 10% above the rollback rate. And now to go above the rollback rate, you need a supermajority vote. As our property appraiser has estimated, the property tax amendment, if it were to pass, would have a $324 million fiscal impact to the county in 2028. Some of the other major issues tackled during this session include the congressional redistricting, our new congressional map. There were two major changes. One, there is a congressional district, CD22, which goes across Lake Okeechobee from western Palm Beach County into Collier County and down into Broward, and in a tri-county district along the coast from Delray down to Miami Beach. Those are the major changes to the districts. The other two just stayed more or less the same. We would like to thank the mayor and her advocacy and leadership on County Rate 880. If it would not have been possible to work with FDOT and the governor's office to get County Rate 880 transferred to the state and accelerate that development, would also like to thank the vice mayor for her leadership and advocacy on tri-rail funding. We were able to secure $60 million in the state budget to fill the budget gap created by last year's tax package. And I know FDOT's working with tri-rail on finalizing the amount of how much is going to be allocated from that $60 million, but we could not have achieved that success without the vice mayor's leadership. Just taking a look at the budget now, the budget that was passed this year was $117.6 billion that the legislature approved. The governor vetoed $1.6 billion from that budget. Some of the highlights in this year's budget, and I will move on to the next slide. In the Transportation Economic Development silo, there was $40 million allocated for the Job Growth Grant Fund, $165 million for the SHIP program, $70 million for the sales program, and $50 million for the Hometown Heroes program. In our Agriculture and Environment section, there's $60 million for the C-51 reservoir out west, as well as from the Beach Renourishment Program, there are funding for $3 million for Midtown Shore, $1.6 million for the Jupiter Inlet District, $1 million for Lake Worth, Palm Beach, and $500,000 for Boca. Turning over to our appropriations, we in the past have secured around $5 million each year. This year was a historic year. We brought home over $14 million in state funding. As a donor county, we advocated for where the needs are in the county. That's infrastructure, public safety, water quality, and some of the major projects include funding the airport renaming, West Palm Beach downtown signalization, Australian Avenue, the Central County Sports Complex, the 2 water treatment plants which were unfortunately vetoed by the governor, Lantana Airport, Murakami Museum, which was vetoed by the governor, Peanut Island, Bert Aronson, Restore Reentry, our fireboat out in Lake O, and Ocean Inlet, which was unfortunately vetoed by the governor. And for our Lake Worth Lagoon, we were able to secure $500,000 for the Green Acres septic to sewer and $330,000 for Peanut Island habitat restoration. The governor unfortunately vetoed the Palm Beach living shoreline. And then for the Locks River, we brought home both projects for the South Indian River Water Control District and for the county, for the town of Jupiter, for their 2 water quality projects. So just perspective, this is a 200% increase from the previous year, from a little over $5 million to $14 million in state funding, and that could not have been possible without the leadership from this county commission, from our county administration, our department directors, and our lobby team. It is a production and collaboration of a team effort, and I could not have been more thankful for the partnership between everyone at this dais, as well as our administration and our lobby team. Just a little overview in our tax package. It was $146 million. In this year's tax package, it was a smaller package from relative years. Some of the major highlights include a 3 years sales tax exemption for impact-resistant windows and doors, in addition to the typical school holiday, sale tax holiday, there was a sale tax holiday for hunting, fishing, and camping, as well as for tennis matches for the next 3 years, and some other tax credit provisions as well. Turning over to the Housing and Economic Development section, there were sort of 3 main bills that passed this session in the housing silo. One, SB 594, allows local governments to utilize SHIP dollars for mobile homes, relocation, and emergency repair assistance. And the other 2 were technical tweaks to the Live Local Act in its 4th iteration, clarifying that farm commercial operations are not applicable, as well as allowing land owned by cities and counties to qualify, as well as school districts, for the Live Local.
One moment. Commissioner Powell?
Alessandro, thank you.
Yes.
Which bill allows mobile homes to be used for SHIP?
Senate Bill 594.
Okay, so you're on 594 now?
Now I am on Senate Bill.
You went relatively fast, so.
Sorry. Senate Bill 962 and HB 1389. They're go hand in hand in terms of the Live Local. So Senate Bill 594 was the mobile home. I'm now on Senate Bill 962 and House Bill 1389.
962 does what?
Senate Bill 594 was the mobile homes relocation. I am now on HB 1389.
HB 1389 is also the mobile home?
It's Live Local.
It's Live Local?
Yep.
1389 and 962 are Live Local?
Correct.
Are they the same bill or are they separate bills?
Separate bills, but the provision in 962 is also in 1389. That's why they kind of go hand in hand.
The same provision is in both bills?
Correct.
And both bills passed?
Correct.
Okay, interesting. Thank you.
In addition, in the Live Local, a tweak was made to allow land owned by cities, counties, school districts, and places of worship to now participate in the Live Local Act, and the local governments have to approve those projects. Some other tweaks were made in terms of the tax credit provisions. About 3 years ago, there was a opt-out provision put into the tax package for Live Local projects. If the local government had a surplus of affordable housing as determined by the Schimberg Center and the UF, they could opt out of the property tax exemption. That has now been revised. So instead of a 1-year surplus, it is now a 3-year surplus. That provides more confidence in the markets for the deals to pencil out.
Thank you. How does Schimberg determine that? Do we need to call on Schimberg, or do they automatically determine?
They automatically.
So they determine there's a 3-year surplus of affordable housing, so the local government could opt out.
Correct.
And University of Florida Schimberg Center would determine that they have the funding. I'm just curious how they determine this. Do they just go around, or do you, like, say Palm Beach County, we think we have a surplus,
So
request this?
They do it by the metropolitan statistical area. So, for example, Pasco County had a lot of issues with the Live Local Act a few years ago. So the Senate president at the time made this provision in the tax package to alleviate the concerns. But at the same time, by doing it by metropolitan statistical area rather than by county, it shows that Pasco County is at a surplus, and that allows Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, Hernando County, as well as the same thing happened in Central Florida, where you have Orange County, Seminole County, sort of the Tampa Bay area and the Central Florida area both started opting out of the Live Local property tax exemption.
So they do it by metropolitan statistical area?
Correct.
And this is for everybody because I don't understand, how do people determine what a metropolitan statistical area is? Is that by the census, or is that something that people just determine, hey, you're a metropolitan?
Yeah, so that designation is determined federally by HUD.
Okay.
They just use the same standards as as federal. They do federally.
So if I wanted to find out where all the MSAs were in Florida, I would go where?
I will definitely pull a Schimberg report and we will send it over so you can see the different MSAs.
All right, let me know, because I also want to, it's not just for me, there's people who I'm sure are watching at home who would like to know this information as well.
I would imagine that Florida
right?
Housing's website also has a list of all the MSAs, the Florida Housing Finance Corporation in Tallahassee.
Florida Housing Finance Corporation would have this as well.
I would imagine so, but I can double check.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Just want to make sure we put it out there, because sometimes people want to know.
Sure. I'm just going to stick to the bills that passed this session. So turning to the next slide, just wanted to comment. So 10 years ago, 11 opportunity zones were selected from Palm Beach County by Governor then Scott. And just for background, opportunity zones are areas in need of workforce housing or a lot of economic growth, because there might be warehouses coming in, industry or jobs or housing. So these, with the team at Housing and Economic Development, along with the leadership of Deputy County Administrator Jonathan Brown, they identified 80 locations that were eligible for opportunity census, and we submitted 20 to the state's consideration. Along with our lobby team and our office, we worked with the governor's office and Florida Commerce to advocate for those 20 to be selected in this year's iteration of opportunity zones. We expect this fall the governor to make his recommendations to the federal government, and then for those to go into effect January 1st, 2027.
Hold on a second. Commissioner Flores.
Yeah, first of all, to the team, Mr. Brown, your team, and to our legislative team, thank you for helping with these opportunity zones. I know that we work very diligently to identify the tracks, so thank you. In regards to that, what are we hearing? I mean, has there been anything said so far as to is the governor going to respect the census tracts that were sent, or is he going to make his own changes like he has in the past? What are we hearing?
So the governor has not officially submitted his recommendations. We were in constant contact through our lobby team with the governor's office. We have had calls with both Florida Commerce and the governor's office. There was a collaboration this time around with both the municipalities as well as with the business community. There was a recommendation that developers, if they have certain projects in those opportunity zones, that they also send letters of support to the governor's office so that they communicate the importance of those zones to be selected in this year's iteration. So I think that collaboration between our chambers, our economic council, our municipalities, the League of Cities, as well as with the county, we're in a very strong position to have more than the previous iteration of last 10 years ago, 11 zones being selected. So moving ahead to the healthcare section, just wanted to highlight a few bills that passed. HB 253 increases the income eligibility for the Veterans Dental Care Program to, I believe it was 400% above the poverty level. HB 697, drug prices and coverage, includes the provision that provided the bridge funding for the ADAP, that's the AIDS program within the Department of Health. That was the $30 million until this fiscal year ended, and then this fiscal year had about, I was going to say it's about $75 million for 21,000 participants for the next fiscal year. The next bill, Senate Bill 1030, was the Sober Homes Bill that passed. And finally, HB 4033 was the DOH child care local bill that was passed by the legislature. We had talked about the two property tax bills that passed this session. HB 1329 was the CFO's FAFO bill, if you will. It included a lot of transparency in budget, and all budgets and salaries of employees have to be posted online for all local governments, as well as it included a provision regarding impact fees. So now it defines the term extraordinary circumstances. Local governments can't raise impact fees more than 50% over 4 years. That was the two main provisions in that bill.
Hold on. Commissioner Weiss?
Does Palm Beach County currently publish our budget online?
Yes, we do.
Have we done so for many years?
Yes, we do.
So this bill has no impact on what we do, that we already operate at the highest level of transparency with our community?
Correct.
I think that should be pointed out. Maybe they can come down here and get a lesson on how to do this right.
And then finally, SB 1134, official actions of local government, was the quote-unquote DEI bill, which prevents local governments from expending funds on anything that is termed diversity, equity, inclusion. And, there were several provisions in this bill and a lot of vagueness and confusion from the members when there was this debate on the floor and in committee about what constitutes diversity, equity, inclusion in regards to certain proclamations, certain events, and all this will have to be ironed out in the implementation phase and goes into effect January 1st of 2027. And I will, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
What phase did you say?
Say it again?
It'll be ironed out in what phase?
So the bill goes into effect January 1st, 2027. Or the Florida Association of Counties has recommended that each local government work with their county attorney to if there's any specific inquiries. I know there's been inquiries whether in regards to grants, whether we do federal grants or whether we're leasing space to a nonprofit, what kind of services they provide. So those are questions that have to be sort of handled on a case-by-case basis with our county attorney's office, as there are certain penalties in this bill if we do not comply with the provisions.
When you say certain penalties, can you name 3?
Sure. So for a local government, it opens up a cause of action so we can be sued, as well as if a local elected official were to violate this law, they could be removed from office.
And who determines if a local elected official has violated the law?
The state government, most likely. The governor.
The governor?
Yeah.
The next governor?
Correct.
Not the current governor?
Correct.
So you would agree, and I'm not putting you on trial, it's probably going to have to be revisited in the next session.
Probably.
And they figure out how to implement it.
A little tweak glitch bill.
So not to say you, but I think this legislation that was passed by our legislature, and I know about the legislature, might be short-sighted, but we'll see. Thank you for that.
Of course. And I will note that among the bills that did not pass last year, this session, the governor did veto HB 145, which was a sovereign immunity bill, which would have raised caps from the current 200,000 and 350,000 to 350,000 and 500,000. So I just wanted to note that. I will defer to PZB. They have a item on zoning agenda on Thursday detailing all the bills in the growth management and permitting and that go into all the impacts of Palm Beach County, so I don't want to get into all of that. I did want to highlight SB 628, which was the Transportation Facility Designations Bill. So this is, in that bill, there was a ceremonial designation for all of Southern from the coast all the way through Lake Okeechobee into Lee County to be named after the president. And this is a ceremonial designation that expands on the 5 miles that were named after the president in last year's session. Honorary. Okay.
Did you want to?
Yes, when you say that, what we need, Alessandro, I'm sorry, because myself and Senator Sachs have served in the legislature, but I haven't been there in the last 2 years, thankfully, because I've been here enjoying Palm Beach County, as the Palm Beach County Commissioner, the best county to live, work, and play. And we've really enjoyed our time here. But because we haven't been there, we don't really know what's happening in Tallahassee. I've got friends who tell me bits and pieces, but you too, Commissioner Sachs? But can you, so ceremonial, we don't understand because some of us have been blamed for things that happen in Tallahassee. So when you say ceremonial, we need you to say it loud for the people in the back, but also explain to us what ceremonial means and what we will see. Will we see what you said from
basically from Mar-a-Lago, the president's residence, to across Lake Okeechobee to Lee County. So it's 124 miles of State Road 80 is being renamed.
So what did that entail? How do you, if it's ceremonial, what do they do?
So
is there celebrations up and down the street? Do they put signs up? Are they placards?
There will be road signs put up. I believe when the 5-mile section of Southern was put up, the local governments had to approve the honorary designation. So that was the town of Palm Beach, the city of West Palm Beach, and the county. So any jurisdictions this crosses, whether it's county or municipalities, would have to approve the honorary designation of a State Road 80 after the president.
So let me ask you this. When this happens, or if it goes across all the way to Fort Myers, you said?
Yeah.
For the people at home, did the Palm Beach County Commissioners approve that, or was that approved at the state legislature level?
It was approved by the state legislature, not the Palm Beach County Commission.
Not us.
Correct.
Okay. Y'all heard that at home. Not us. All right, thank you.
Commissioner Sachs?
Yeah, I'd like to corroborate what Senator Powell is talking about, because maybe this is a legislative delegation issue that they need to get a little bit more out on the press as to what goes on. I see, I professionally do not think we did that great of a job. And I don't know if our legislative delegation had challenges that they need to discuss with us, but Murakami got hit. To me, a lot of importance is in how much of our tax money comes back to us. And I think that needs to be very clear from our legislative delegation. You all work for us. And corroborating what Senator Powell says, I think it would be wise and prudent for the message to get through to our legislative delegation to have a little more public notice of what they did and how and what monies they're bringing home. Because it's not like Tallahassee's giving us money. That's our money that's going up there. We are a donor county. We help a lot of fiscally distressed counties. But I think it would be maybe before the next session, we could have a joint legislative delegation with us. But I want to know what happened, because I'm not really that pleased. You all did a great job, but I'd like to see a little bit more from our senators and state reps.
And we'll have a joint legislative and delegation and BCC workshop in December before session starts.
If I could make sure that I want to listen to them.
Okay.
I want to listen to them. I want to know how much money they're requesting from all our 7 districts and how much they expect to bring back. Because that, to me, is more important than anything else. It's our money that goes up there.
And just for reference, our session report also includes all the appropriations that they secured outside of the county. So that's for their municipalities, for nonprofits. So any particular project that may be in your district is also in that report, and we can help identify those projects if you'd like.
Oh, I appreciate that. That would be very good. Thank you, Senator Powell.
Oh, sorry. Commissioner Powell?
You know what, I was going to piggyback off what Commissioner Sachs said, but it looks like you're not finished. So once you finish, I'll
finish.
You're finished? Yeah.
Oh, the report or the question? The question, I'm done.
You're done with your presentation?
No, I have a couple more slides.
I'm sorry?
I have a couple more slides to the presentation.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
We're going to let you finish your slides, and then I'll piggyback off of what Commissioner Sachs has indicated.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we had talked about HB 919, that's the bill that renamed our airport after the president and preempted the naming of commercial service airports to the state. We included language in the bill that allowed us a little glide path and implementation, One was that we had to execute a trademark agreement with the trademark holder, and another provision was the name change wasn't effective July 1st. For all the signage to be changed, we could take as much time as needed to design, procure, and all those necessary steps to be able to install all the changes that need to be made with the name change. And then the other provision was the state funding that was in this year's budget for the signage, the 5.5 million. There was 2.75 million in this year's budget. We're working on the other half.
Just to clarify on that, we are trying to still get the other part of the signage funding?
So since the budget was signed, we have worked with the governor's office and FDOT on securing the other 2.75 million. I will also note that since the name change, we have received over 5,000 security threats at the airport. 46 have been determined to be credible for law enforcement to investigate, as well as, so there has been a need for security improvements at the airport in terms of fencing, cameras, bollards, comprehensive security improvements, and we're also working on that funding as well.
Has the state made any movement on helping us pay for those things?
We shall have an update very soon.
Your light's still on. Are you waiting?
I'll wait.
Okay, go ahead.
In our public safety silo, just wanted to highlight some key bills. There were 2 bills passed to enhance criminal penalties for domestic violence. That is HB 277 and Senate Bill 296. HB 559 dealt with animal cruelty and enhancing criminal penalties. HB 4035 was our local bill for the plan for PCB, and that was a tweak to the construction industry licensing board so that the applicants to the board have to have completed and passed their examination before they can apply to the board. And that, so for our construction industry licensing board, applicants to the board have to have completed and passed their exams before they can apply to the board. So that it removes any duplication. If they haven't passed their exam, they can't apply to the board.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And then SB 7040 reauthorizes the trust fund for emergency preparedness or response fund and replenishes, I believe it was 250 million that was added to the trust fund for hurricanes and other disasters. I will note that one bill that did not pass, that was vetoed by the governor, was the micromobility bill, which would have set a speed limit as well as created a task force for policy recommendations to the legislature. And I know that our county is working on an ordinance for countywide micromobility, so certain provisions have to be adjusted as a result of that bill being vetoed.
Hold on 1 second. Commissioner Flores?
I see the mobile homes bill here.
Yes.
Is this the one that we worked on?
Correct.
So I just want to bring this up to the rest of my board members. So we were working on a bill to try to have the landowner of the mobile home parks be responsible for what happens on that piece of property. As you probably know, our code enforcement can't really enforce code on mobile homes because they're technically a vehicle. In addition, if they do any sort of addition, which technically they're not supposed to, it creates a lot of issues for us. And I have a handful of mobile home parks in my district. One in particular has had over 350 code, and it's more like life safety violations. And right now we have the Spider-Man comic where the 3 Spider-Mans are pointing at each other. That's what we have happening at the mobile park homes, where nobody wants to take responsibility for what's occurring on that piece of property. So the landowner will blame the mobile park owner. The mobile park owner will blame the tenant, and it's full circle, and then nobody wants to take responsibility for what happened. So what we were trying to achieve here was to basically create a way that the landowner would be responsible for what happens on that piece of property. And unfortunately, it didn't go, but hopefully we'll push through on this again so that we can keep our residents safe, because at the end of the day, it's about keeping people safe. So thank you for your work there, and I look forward to continuing to push on this.
Commissioner Sachs?
Commissioner Powell, I'm very aware of that location in your district, and I don't see why we cannot have code enforcement. There's going to be a problem. There's going to be an issue. It's going to be a challenge getting Tallahassee to have stricter rules on mobile homes because of their prevalence in North Florida. But I know the area you're discussing, and I don't see why. This is a directive. Yep. We can't get code compliance to go out there. This is a homeowner's. So I mean, we have one on the east side as well, but we've got to find jurisdiction. And Vice Mayor, I don't know who I would direct this to, but we can't have mobile home areas that are, they're HOAs. I mean, Bryony Breezes is a city on the east side. They take care of themselves very well. But the one that the commissioner is discussing is a problem, And I'd like to, at some point, Vice Mayor, look at how we can either get law enforcement in there, or why we can't have our code compliance officers. I know that, and Gannon, if they're registered as vehicles, get in there and clean it up, because it is a bad situation, especially for the kids. So, Vice Mayor, this is probably not the immediate time to do it, but we will take care of it, because that is a terrible situation. I'd like to see code compliance first and with law enforcement, but we'll direct that when we get to that position. Thank you, Commissioner, for bringing that up.
I have a couple more lights on, but would we have the option to do a local bill in Tallahassee if the north part of the state's a problem? Is this something that we can approach as a Palm Beach County bill?
We can certainly discuss it with PZB. I know that since they're presenting to the board on Thursday, they could speak to why their hands are tied in these situations, but I would defer to administration and PZB, as they're the subject matter experts.
Attorney Jones, your light was on.
Yeah, I don't have all the details there, but I believe there's some state preemption in this area. So we can certainly look at it in our office and come back with basically an explanation as to where the problem lies.
Commissioner Marino?
Thank you. And surprisingly enough, I do actually have mobile homes in the north end of the county, several of them. I think what we need to make sure that there are different structures with different structuring of the ownership of the mobile homes themselves. Are you putting a mobile home in a rental unit, or is it, are there subdivided lots that you can put your mobile home on? Because then you have an owner that owns all of the property, but the residents own the unit, own the unit and rent the space, or the residents own the unit and own the space, or the residents rent the unit and rent the space. So there are so many different aspects to this. So when it comes to code enforcement, it's difficult for code enforcement because they don't actually know the direct ownership of either the unit, the land, the unit itself, the land that it sits on, and the whole environment around it. So I think that would help clarification for us and code. But this is bigger than all of us, so I'm just putting it out there. Thank you.
Turning to our fire rescue, just wanted to note some bills that passed this session. Senate Bill 984 deals with firefighter cancer benefits, so they have the coverage 1 year after retirement. Senate Bill 1452 was the DFS package. There was a provision amended into the package that allows fire departments to hire relatives of, if, for example, a fire chief has a relative that is applying to the fire department or can't be promoted because of the relative that take care of nepotism. And then House Bill 4071 was the fire MSTU local bill that deals with annexation
To
in
be clear, the bill that passed, now they can?
Correct. Okay. So there's no nepotism prohibition. Correct. And House Bill 4071 deals with when municipalities annex unincorporated parts of the county. Now it details a 6-year funding transition, so it provides more, shall we say, normalization, and we can plan out our infrastructure improvements in regards to our capital for our fire department long term.
Commissioner Powell?
Alessandro, for me, in the future, when you present these, like HB 4071, and I saw another one, at least one more, that was just like this. The title, Palm Beach County. Can you maybe do something a little bit more that, I know it's a one-word title.
Sure.
But it's a little bit more, explains just a little bit more. Because if I look at HB 4071, it just says Palm Beach County. The previous one I think you referenced was a building department or building trades. It just says Palm Beach County. So when you look at it and you start explaining it, especially if you kind of speed through it, I'm not getting a full understanding of what it means. So when I look at your presentation, it just says Palm Beach County. So, you know, and also, I'll wait till the end, but I think this is a lot in terms of previously when we did the legislative updates, there was a number of bills that were very specific. You've also provided this. So it's a lot, and I know you're doing a bang-up job because you're remembering all these. I see you're kind of going off the dome, going off the top of your head. But for me, it would be more helpful if maybe just a title that explains what it is instead of Palm Beach County.
Sure.
I just want to stop you there. Continue, please.
And I went with the official title that the legislature gave, but I can always add, you know, our unofficial quote-unquote title that we gave internally.
Yes, a slight description would be great.
Correct. Yep. Just highlighting some key bills in the local government section. There was a comprehensive elections bill that passed this session as well. I think one of the major provisions dealt with university students can't use their college IDs to be able to vote. And then there was, basically this is like the SAVE Act that the president is proposing at the federal level, here at the state level. I guess that's the best translation of the elections bill that passed. And the other bill deals with local government cybersecurity. And the other bills just didn't pass this session, whether it was artificial intelligence bill of rights or term limits for school board members and county commissioners, or a public records for county administrators and city managers. These are some of the education bills that passed this session. I would like to highlight at least one of them. SB 178 was quote unquote denoted the Teddy Bridgewater Act after a coach down in Miami-Dade was punished for helping his athletes with you know, car rides, meals, etc. So it cleans up that language, so now they can, I think it's up to $15,000 they can provide an assistance and not be penalized.
You said,
Mr. Powell?
thank you, he was helping them with car rent?
Like cars, driving home, getting meals, school supplies.
He was buying them cars?
Like driving them home, buying them meals.
Like car, what are you saying?
Was he making car payments or
No,
lease payments for them?
No.
So when you say car, he was just driving them home?
Correct.
Okay, because you keep saying car, and then you say drive them home. So I'm thinking Teddy Bridgewater's down there as the coach. He's a former NFL player. He's buying people cars, paying their rents.
No.
Utility bills, paying gas for their parents.
No, he wasn't doing any of that.
Buying them clothes, cleats.
I don't know all the specifics in terms of the assistance he was providing, but I know it was in the terms of, you know, driving them home, buying them meals, school supplies, that sort of thing.
Thank you.
These are some of the bills in the environment section. I will highlight one of them, or I think two of them. One was HB 1219, water body designations, that renames the islands in Jupiter after Andrew Harris, and there was funding in the state budget for the Andrew Harris Shoal Islands. In addition, after the late Rep. Joe Casello that passed away, the bill HB 1019 dealing with PFAS was named after him as posthumously as well. And then a little just brief federal update. In last year's federal budget was around $5 million in federal appropriations, around $2 million for North County runway extension, $1.5 million for Peanut Island, $1 million for Palm Beach Lakes Bridge, and $850,000 for Bert Aronson. In this year's federal budget, which has not been passed yet,
I'm sorry. I hate to do this again.
No worries.
So Bert Aronson has $850,000?
Correct, in last year's budget.
Okay. How did he collect it?
It's the South County Regional Park.
Oh, it's a park. I didn't know that. Okay, thanks. So there's the Bert Aronson Park.
Yes.
It's getting $850,000. Right. Thank you. So kind.
No worries. In this year's federal budget, we have $3.6 million for North County Airport runway extension, $300,000 for Palm Beach Lakes Bridge, and a little over $1 million for the South Florida Fairgrounds Emergency Shelter. And then programmatically in this year's federal budget, we have a couple language that was inserted into this year's bill. One that allows our fire and EMS to be reimbursed for presidential protection. We've worked with our partners in DC to allocate $300 million in last year's Big Beautiful Bill for the Presidential Protection Reimbursement Program through FEMA. We should expect the $38.2 million from fiscal year 25 to be reimbursed in the next couple months, in September, October. And then it's about $1 million that would be reimbursed for fire and EMS. Moving on to farm to market roads funding, and this could not have been possible without the leadership of the mayor. We turned our bill we were running and advocating for with Congressman Valadeo's office to set aside funding for farm to market roads within USDOT for agriculture producing counties with a certain production threshold that includes Palm Beach County and some counties out in California in the Central Valley. So that language was included in the THUD, or the Transportation, Housing, Urban and Development budget silo. There was also language in regards to temporary flight restrictions. One was streamlining the temporary flight restrictions reimbursement program at Lantana Airport for small businesses that are impacted by those disruptions, as well as a notification requirement program that directs the FAA to consult with impacted airports within 30 days of issuing a temporary flight restriction that lasts longer than 2 weeks, so that they can mitigate the impacts with surrounding neighborhoods, airport operations, and airplane and pilot passenger and safety. And this applies to TFRs, or temporary flight restrictions, that were enacted prior to the passage of the bill, which would be sometime later this December, when the continuing resolution that they're debating in DC would expire.
Okay. I think there's some more discussion to be had, but I had a request from several board members who are planning to go to the Forum Club. What? 1:15? What? I'm not going to the Forum Club, so I didn't see what the time was. Are you planning to also do a federal side? Because you gave us 2 packets.
There isn't much federally to update besides what was in these slides.
I think that for the federal one, just to look at our time schedule, if we had any questions, I know where to find these fellas. If that's okay with
Okay,
my
well,
colleagues.
is it just 2 members of the board that's going? Will we still have quorum?
I'm going to go, but I can stay for a little bit.
Okay, so we'll continue with this, and if you'd
Appreciate
like to leave, then, okay. We're close. Okay. But I just didn't want to lose quorum if they're leaving.
Okay, thank
So
you
you're
so
good?
much. I
Okay,
appreciate it,
thank you.
Vice Mayor.
So we'll continue. Is there any, you had some questions for them?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. A couple observations. Gentlemen, I want to thank you all for your work in Tallahassee. I know Tallahassee is not an easy place to be. You spend nights and mornings and weekends working on the business of Palm Beach County. I know it's, sometimes we get a chance to go up there for Palm Beach County Day, but the work continues for the committee weeks leading up and then afterwards. I will tell you, this is a comprehensive presentation. I think in the past, and I've only been here, I've seen it before, maybe it will be a little bit more whittled down and give us the highlights. And we can also, prior to you going to Tallahassee, I know you all met with us in our offices. I don't know if it's too much to ask that prior to doing the presentation here, you meet with us again. It would kind of eliminate some of the ambiguity that I saw in the presentation today, the Palm Beach County bills. That way we're not here and I'm going, well, why does that say Palm Beach County? Why is there $850,000 for Bert Aronson? Like, let me know what it is, because these are questions that other people who are watching at home would have as well. You kind of glossed over the idea that we had congressional redistricting in a special session. You said with some minor changes. Well, in my district, the district that I was represented by, Congress District 20, Congressional District 20, was represented for a number of years by Alcee Hastings. And then it was represented by Sheila Sherfullis McCormick. Most recently, the reiteration of the maps that you indicated was in District 23 change. District 20 was shifted all the way down to Broward. And there's a new district that I'm now represented by, I think it's 22. Am I right or wrong? Congresswoman Lois Frankel.
22 would be the western
The western one, so it's 23.
23.
Is my new district.
Correct.
That's a major change. That's not, to me it is, and to the people who live in my district, because since 1992, the people in my district have been represented by a lot of the people in my district. I cover everything from Delray to Lake Park, but many parts of my district were represented by someone who's of African American descent or or black, for lack of a better term, which would have been Alcee Hastings or most recently Sheila Sherfullis McCormick. For that district, it's a huge change. It's not something that I, as someone who represents the area, just gloss over. In total, we did receive $14 million, which you indicated is almost 200% of an increase of what we got in the budget this year, which is excellent. We would also, I know it was mentioned by Commissioner Sachs, our delegation, maybe if you had the delegation chair here as well, so we can ask some of those questions, because I know those individuals who sit there in those committees and are behind the scenes working on these things can provide us with a little bit more detail. You talked about ship and sale, $165.7 million for ship, $70.8 million for sale. We would like to know, I would like to know, and maybe the rest of the board would like to know, what is the percentage increase, or what did we get last year compared to this year in terms of ship and sale, and how much of the housing fund, the dollars were swept from the housing trust fund to go into other silos. Additionally, the job growth grant fund is $40 million. I believe, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that's a $10 million decrease from previous years, because usually, I'm not gonna say usually, but there's been times when I was there, I recall that trust fund, the job growth grant fund being at a minimum 50 million. It may have been less at some times, but I do remember it being 50 million. The budget was $117 billion this year. Let us know how much of an increase or a decrease that was from last year. I know the governor and the legislature tried to hold the budget steady and not increase, but the cost of everything else has increased in the state of Florida. So when you talk about the governor doing $1.6 billion in vetoes, that's pretty significant. That's a lot of money. And luckily, with us being where we're at, we didn't suffer the brunt of those vetoes, particularly for Palm Beach County. But if Commissioner Sachs is on her point, those of us who are representatives, some of the municipalities that we represent, how much funding did they lose? That's broader scale, but it's something that I think we would like to know. And just in addition, this is a comprehensive, this is a lot. This is a lot. I think there's some things that could have been cut out of here and things that could have been emphasized more. But those are just my observations for now as somebody who's served some time in the legislature and now serving on the county commission. Thank you.
Commissioner Marino?
Well said, Commissioner Powell. I do agree, and also I would like to have gotten this before you came to the desk today, because we do like to read this, and then we would have questions for you. So in the future, and this is something that the board is very insistent on, we do not like getting information the day before or the day of something that we're going to be seeing, because it doesn't give us an opportunity to go through it and review it and then have questions. So in advance, in the future, please, more than just the morning of.
We did send it last week and a couple weeks
before.
before.
You know, I wasn't really in last week since
sorry.
I have a injury, but thank you for letting me know that. We do need to make a motion to receive and file before we lose quorum, so I will go ahead and make a motion to receive and file.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Flores. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? See that 4-0.
Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Flores?
I guess my only feedback for you guys is, as we start this new legislative session, is that we start working with our lobbyists. I know that we added some to the mix now, and I think that's part of the reason why we have some of the largest funding in years. So thank you for spearheading that. But I would like to get to know who our lobbyists are. I would also like to know what their strategies are going to be moving forward based on the bills that or funding requests that we submit. And I would like us to be a little bit more organized for the Palm Beach County Days. I know last year you guys were sort of like thrown into it at the very last second, and I recognize that. But I would like us to have a game plan going into those couple of days, and especially with our lobbyists, so that we know what they're supposed to be doing, and that we should have our priorities set before then. So,
yep.
Okay, thank you.
And my apologies. I just looked in my emails. I was out last week with an injury, so I didn't see that. So thank you for mailing them last week.
Okay, thank you. My turn. I'll start with the good news. Like slide 10, good job on the appropriations. Thank you for bringing back a lot more. I do have a lot of similar feedback. I read the PowerPoint from before, but to the point, I think we have affordable housing, two different bills. I had to actually go look it up and give us a little more information, even if it's Palm Beach County. Like it's a lot, and we need more information. Honestly, I think for this, even a meeting beforehand would have been helpful. A lot of agenda items, like with the housing one, they came and met with me before. It's helpful, and we could have given some of this feedback. I would also say in congressional districts, I mean, my district, I'm now down in Miami, so my representative, Palm Beach County, Broward, all the way into Miami. These were some pretty big changes, and it's a fundamental shift on who represents us and how that representation is going to look. I would also like to say, I feel we really need more of a team effort. I wasn't aware of the mobile home bill, really. I mean, I'd heard, but not to the extent that I could have actually helped advocate for that. And I think all of us need to be a lot more aware of what the bills are. We kind of worked a little bit in a silo last session, and I know it was the first one with the new team and everything, but, you know, we are Palm Beach County. We have 39 cities who are here. We have a school district. We have economic council. There's a number of different organizations and chambers that all participate. And if we're not all communicating with each other and knowing what the serious issues are, even amongst ourselves, we certainly can't spread out, you know, for these other ones. So that would be my ask moving forward with our lobby team and with you. And if there's anything that we know it's important to any commissioner that's up here, all 7 of us should know, because we have different networks when we go to Tallahassee and different ways of reaching the right people. And if we're not doing that for each other, I mean, we can't just rely on lobby teams to do this, because we have different relationships. So that would be my big suggestion for next year, is to make sure that all of us, you know, we are working on the same playbook. And if there's something important to any part of this county, then we at least can touch it while we're there. And then, you know, for the update, again, it was a lot, but some of this, it could have been handled in a previous meeting where you really could have hit the highlights and just have more information on it. But we'll have more in-person meetings in the future, right? And then when we meet with our legislative team, I, for one, I know we get preemptions, but when we get preempted and then we have to actually vote on something that has to close the deal, it's not a true preemption, and we're sort of strong-armed into voting for something, because if you don't, you lose funding. I don't like that. And it doesn't matter what it was we were voting on. I don't appreciate being put in that position. And I would like to make that clear to at least our delegation in Tallahassee, our representatives that represent us. If they're going to pass laws up there, then pass the law. If you have to rely on us to finish it, you didn't actually pass the law. So with that being said, I'm happy to close this part of it. We already did our motion to receive and file. Okay. So with that was the last agenda item. Thank you. Okay. We will close up the meeting. If everybody's good to stay for a couple minutes. You're good? Any board appointments from anyone? Commissioner Flores?
Yeah, I would like to reappoint Brett Snyder to the Personnel Appeals Board.
Okay. Any other? No more appointments? Okay, do we have any administration comments?
No comments.
Do we need to do our receive and file for the board directives? We have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Flores, second by Commissioner Marino. All in favor? Any opposed? See, that passes 4-0. County Attorney?
No comments.
Okay. And we do have our Clerk of Court, Ramsey Chessman, would like to make a brief update.
Good afternoon. I will be very brief, I promise you. Thank you, Vice Mayor Woodward and Commissioners and Deputy Brown. We were hopeful to give you this information before the budget process started. We went out to ITN last year as your comptroller and treasurer, but we were still negotiating with several of the banks. We have finished those negotiations with Wells Fargo with a new contract that's going to start September 1st. So there are 3 things I'd like to highlight real quick. Typically in banking contracts, they'll allow you an earnings credit that will offset your normal day-to-day banking fees. Our team negotiated also including all of the credit card merchant fees that the county incurs, as well as all of your Brinks costs for picking up and all of the cash courier services. The other thing that we negotiated is we as the clerk's office earn an earnings credit, but we always have an excess. Earnings credit lapses. You can't utilize it. Wells Fargo has agreed to allow approximately $1 million of earnings credit from the clerk's office to be applied against the county's banking fees. The third part of the contract is we have negotiated, again, a rebate. The way that we make payments on the county's behalf is earning approximately $500,000 in cash rebates directly to the county that are posted directly to you. They have agreed to continue that program. The last piece that we're most proud about is Wells Fargo did agree to waive the county's banking fees, all fees for 1 year. It's approximately $4.3 million in fees. That will allow our investment team to invest all of those funds. We're projecting approximately $6 million in additional investment income for the county next year. So I appreciate the opportunity, and I can answer any questions.
Thank you. Commissioner Powell, was you?
No.
Oh,
Thank you.
any questions from the board? Thank you for that update. That's very good news. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Okay, is there any board direction? Anyone? All right, we'll do commissioner comments. Just, Commissioner Flores, start with you.
I don't have much to say other than today, District 3 is hosting our annual domino tournament at Coco Cabanas. You're all welcome to join us. If you know a little bit of dominoes, you can sign up a team. It's a fun family environment, so you're more than welcome to swing by. So, Coco Cabana, 6 p.m. Thanks.
Thank you. Commissioner Powell?
Thank you for that. I will say that I want to recognize I had the opportunity to go to the airport and kind of get a better understanding of how the airport, when we talked about our purchasing and we talked about how businesses or companies can get on the list for procurement, to be able to go to the airport and have a robust discussion with regard to that, and to get an opportunity to see the new Concourse B. So I would recommend that, my colleagues get a chance to do that. But on that same token, I was so glad to see some of the specialties that the airport requires for businesses to do business with the airport. I think it's important to visit other other departments as well that deal with procurement, so I can have a better understanding as we develop that list for businesses, small businesses especially, to be on call for procurement, to see how it works. In addition, we had a wonderful opportunity over the last 2 weeks to have a registration and certification event in District 7 at the Urban League, along with the Palm Beach County Black Chamber, or the Black Chamber of Commerce of the Palm Beaches, with the Urban League and Palm Beach County, to register and certify businesses. I know that Laren is the new Office of Small Business Director. Mr. Axel had the opportunity to be there as well. He came by. I will tell you, we had a phenomenal turnout, correct, Axel? And I also want to recognize, just at that, from the airports, we had an individual come to explain to those in process what they would need. It was Mr. Gregory. But we also had, who's been doing this throughout the time that you've been there, and I think Commissioner Flores, you've done some of these, as well as Mayor Baxter is putting on some as well. These programs to get businesses registered and certified. But Angela Smith is truly a jewel as she presents and shows. She holds their hand as we take them through the process, along with Mr. Alan Gray and the entire team. What I think it's important to recognize that, because at least 3 individuals came up to me afterwards and said that this team who is putting together this program are phenomenal, and we thank them for all of their help. And they specifically were looking at the people who were holding their hands and walking them through that process. So I just want to give a special shout out to the Office of Small Business, as well as every team in Palm Beach County, Mr. Brown, that worked together to put that forth. So thank you for that, for helping and assembling your team to work on that with us.
Commissioner Marino?
Thank you. I'd like to wish my dad a happy 94th birthday today. And as luck would have it, he's the most mobile person in my home right now. He passed out on Friday. Took my mom down with him. She blew out her knee. So between me being a gimp and my mom being gimp, it's my 94-year-old dad who's in the best shape in our household right now. But I do want to do a shout out to HSS, Gardens Medical Center, and Jupiter Medical Center, because we've actually been visiting them very much lately. And the quality of care, health care that we have in our county right now really is better than good. And we're lucky to have all these institutions, and we have a brand-new hospital in Gardens, the Allen B. Miller Medical Center, but I really do think healthcare in Palm Beach County is second to none. So shout out to those that provide healthcare, and shout out to our 911 guys, because they've been at my house way too many times over the last 6 months, but they do a magnificent job, and they're all working together, so I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'll just wrap it up. Thank you for everyone. Even though we've been on break for almost a month, there's been a lot of activity in the county, and a lot of extra events I got to go to because we weren't quite so busy with board responsibilities. But with that, I did have my birthday on Sunday, so happy birthday to your dad too. And just would like to say, the rest of this month, there's a Boca Chamber Days every month they do, where they partner businesses with a nonprofit. And pretty much every night for the remainder of this month, if you'd like to go to some event, you have a free night. There's a number of wonderful charities to support. Do that. And for my entire board, it was a busy summer, I think, for all of us, and we're glad to be back to work. With that, we will adjourn at 12:02. Thank you very much.